So guys, at the end of the year, whenever we are closing any ledger account, whenever we are closing any ledger account, it is called as balancing of account. Okay, I will explain you all how do we close a particular account, how do we balance a particular account. First, understand what it is called as. It is called as balancing of account. Okay, guys, let us take one by one. I'll just erase them. I'll make a proper account now because I need to explain you all properly now. What exactly is balancing of account now? Now first I will be taking up with, let's say, any cash account or machinery. We will first be starting with our personal accounts and real accounts. I'll first teach you all how do you tally, I mean how do you balance any personal or a real account, any personal real account. Okay guys, let's say I have machinery account. As in the previous example what we were doing, machinery account. Okay, okay, what we had machinery account debit. What was the date? 5th of June. Machinery account debit to cash account. Okay, we had 50,000, right? Okay, when we will close this account, always remember what is the financial year for us. This is 5th of June 19. So the financial year is 1 4 19 to 31 3 20. Correct guys? So for this financial year, when is the last date of the accounting year? 31 3 20. So as on 31st of March 20, you will be closing the account. You will be balancing the account. Okay guys, you have to balance the account on 31st of March 20. Okay, so what we do is after the 5th of June, for example, let's say there are no other transactions in this account except this one. How do you close this account? How do you balance this account? What you do is in the amount column, you draw this line. Okay, on both the sides, on the same line, you draw these lines. Okay, next step, what you do is this 50,000. Which side is higher? You tell me one thing, that this is the debit side, this is the credit side. Out of the debit and the credit, which side is higher? This is 50,000. There is nothing over here, so it is assumed as 0. So which side is higher? 50,000. So that 50,000 you will write in both these columns. Okay, over here 50,000, here also 50,000. Okay guys, after this what is the next step? This 50,000, whatever is the total, let's say over here it is 0. So 50,000 minus 0 gives you 50,000. So here you will write 50,000 again. For what if over here it was 10,000? If it was 10,000 over here, so firstly 50,000 is big or 10,000 is big? 50,000. So 50,000 is higher. You write 50,000 here, 50,000 here. 50,000 minus 10,000 is how much? 40. So you would have written over here as 40,000 instead of 50,000. Got it guys? So over here you will write down, right, 50,000. Okay, yeah. Now over here after 50,000, when will you close this account? When will you balance the account? What did I say? This will always be on the last day of the particular financial year, which is as on the 31st of March 20. Okay, on the 31st of March 20, this balance of 50,000 which is left in this account, what we will now do is this balance will be carried down. Okay guys, so you will write, this is buy or to, this is buy. So here you write buy balance carried down. Okay, CD means carried down. Okay, by balance carried down 50,000. Where we are carrying down the balance? We are carrying down this balance to the next financial year. Which will be the next financial year? 2021. Financial year 2021, which starts on 1st April 20 and ends on 31st of March 21. So this balance will be carried forward to the next year. Okay guys, did you all understand this? Always understand one thing. Here you get by balance carried down. In the next year onwards, in the next year, this by balance carried down will become to balance brought down. This by balance carried down becomes here to balance brought down. Okay, so here on the 1st of April, on the 1st of April 2020, I will write to balance brought down. Which balance will you write down? I mean, bring down over here this 50,000. So here I will write 50,000. Guys, any doubt over here? See, why did we write two balance brought down over here? Understand the concept. See, I told you the technicality, how will it happen and how it is going to go ahead one by one step. But why we will write two balance brought down over here? See, understand one thing. When we had the machinery account, we started with what? Two cash account 50,000, which was on the debit side. At the in the next year onwards also, the balance should be on the debit side only. It cannot go on the credit side, right guys? If it is a machinery account is a debit account, and if it has a balance on the debit side, then the balance should also be appearing on the debit side only. That is why when the last day we closed this account, we again bought the balance on the debit side as it was over here. The same way we got it back over here on the debit side, not on the credit side. Credit side is only to close. We closed it, we got the balance again over here on the debit side, which is 50,000 rupees. Okay guys, any doubts over here? Okay, so over here we get on the 1st of April as two balance brought down 50,000 rupees. Again, I'll take the entire thing with you all. After writing this two cash account 50,000, for example, if there is no more entries available for this particular account of machinery, what will you do? You will close this account. How do you close this account? Number one step, what will you do? You will draw two lines over here on both the sides. After, you need to leave at least 2-3 lines, okay, in your format. The book, in the book where you are drawing, what you do is, if you have an A4 book, take half the page. On half the page you make one particular account, on the another half page you make the another ledger account. Okay, so on every one page you will have two ledger accounts, at least two ledger accounts you'll have to make. Okay, now in the above ledger account, when you all have made, like when you all have these all lines like this, sorry, when you have these lines in your book like this, what you do is, for example, let's say you are having the account till here. Okay, so what you do is, over here itself you draw this two lines, over here itself you draw the two lines. Okay, so the next line you have here to write this two balance brought down. Okay, so first you will draw these two lines. After that you will write as on 31st of March 20. Why 31st March 20? Because that is the last day when we will be closing our books of accounts. Okay, on that day what will you write? By, because here this side is 2 and this side is by. So okay, now what amount will you write? Firstly, sorry, before going to buy, what amount will you write? Which side is higher? Debit side is 50,000, credit side total is 0. Here total is 50,000. So 50,000 is higher. Which side is higher? 50,000. So you will write 50,000 here and 50,000 here. Okay, after writing this 50,000, what will you do? Over here, what is the value available? 0. So 0 minus 50,000. So I'm sorry, 50,000 minus 0 will give you 50,000. So here again you will write as 50,000 over here as Y balance carried down on the last day, which is 31st of March 20. The very next day after 31st of March 20 comes 1st April 2020, which over here on the debit side you will write to balance brought down 50,000 rupees. Okay guys, over here on the debit side we will write to balance brought down. So that is how we will be preparing any personal or real account. Okay friends, now I'll give you one example of personal account also. In the same way how we did right now the real account, we'll take an example of personal account now. Okay guys, if I give you these three transactions, now tell me one thing. Just think from the viewpoint of Mr. J. What has Mr. J done? Or else, what is the transaction between us and Mr. J? Okay, what is the difference? What are the transactions? Number one, on the 2nd April, we sold goods to Mr. J. Second, we sold again the goods on the 15th of April to Mr. J of rupees 10,000. Correct, guys? And after that, we have received rupees 25,000 from Mr. J, guys. Correct? So, first, what happened? We sold off 20,000. Then again, we sold off 10,000. How much we had to receive? 30,000. How much have we received? 25,000. How much we yet have to receive from Mr. J? 5,000. So, this 5,000 is the balance. Okay guys, here it was very easy because all the three transactions we had all together over here, so that is why we could make this very easily. There might be hundreds of transactions which might have happened during the entire year with Mr. J. How do we record all those transactions? So what do? We will only prepare right now the account of Mr. J. Okay, if I'm saying this is my account of Mr. J. Okay guys, just for knowledge purpose, tell me one thing. Mr. J is our debtor or creditor? In my books of accounts, Mr. J is debtor or a creditor. Correct. He is my debtor. Okay, for me, he is a debtor. He is the debtor from whom I have to receive my money. Okay, how much? This 25 receipt, 5,000 I yet have to receive. So he is my debtor. So basically, it is a debtor. This is not to be written, only for our knowledge purpose. I am mentioning it over here as a debtor. Okay, guys. Now let's prepare the account. Guys, start making the account with me. Okay. Number one. Right now, from now onwards, we'll not write the journal entry. We'll directly make a perception about what exactly the journal entry will be, and we'll directly pass that journal entry in the particular ledger. Okay, guys? No more writing the journal entry now. Okay, number one. On the 2nd of April, what has happened? Sold goods to Mr. J, rupees 20,000. How will you start thinking about this? What has happened? Firstly, understand, sold goods to Mr. J for 20,000. It is a cash sale or a credit sale? Number one question. It is a cash sale or a credit sale? It's a cash sale, right? Completely wrong. It is a credit sale. Why credit sale? Is the name mentioned? Yes. Number one statement itself says yes, the name is mentioned over here. So it is a credit sale. Okay. We have sold goods on credit to Mr. Jai. So Mr. Jai is our debtor. Okay. Sold goods to Mr. Jai worth rupees 20,000. Now, what will be the two accounts? Sales and Mr. Jai. Sales. What is happening with the sales? Debit. Sales is a nominal account. So debit all expenses and losses, credit all gains and incomes. And Mr. Jai. Jai is a personal account. Debit the receiver and credit the giver. Correct? So Mr. Jai is receiving, right? So debit the receiver. Mr. Jai. Jai's account debit, right? So Mr. Jai's account debit to sales account. Correct? Credit all gains and income. Sale is an income for us. So credit all incomes and gains. Debit all expenses and losses. So what will be the journal entry be? Debit all expense. Personal account debit what? Debit the receiver and credit the giver. Who is the receiver? Jai. So Jai account debit to sales account. So Jai account debit to sales account. Jai account debit. Here you will write on the 2nd of April 19 to sales account. How much? 20,000. Any doubt? Next. Keep doing along with me. Keep writing the transactions along with me. Second, 15th of April 2019. Sold goods to Mr. Jai worth rupees 10,000. Sold goods to Mr. Jai rupees 10,000. Over here, what is happening? We have sold goods to Mr. Jai on credit. So entry will be what? Jay's account debit to sales account again. So on the 15th of April to sales account 10,000. Next, received 25,000 from Mr. Jay. Now tell me, received 25,000 from Mr. Jay. So what is happening? Cash is coming in, and from whom are we receiving? From Mr. Jay. So cash is coming in, debit of what comes in, credit what goes on for real account, and Mr. Jay is the personal account, debit the receiver, credit the giver. Who is the giver? Jay. So debit what comes in, what is coming in? Cash. Cash account debit to Mr. Jay account. So in cash account we will write on the debit side to Mr. Jay account. So in Jay's account we will write on the credit side. Very good. On the 30th of April 19, on the credit side I will write by cash account. Guys, you need to understand this thing very thoroughly. See, here I am not mentioning the cash account. I am not making the cash account. So you all need to analyze what would have happened in the cash account. I'll give you an example. See, here I am making it. I'm making the cash account for you. But now you all need to understand what exactly is happening over here. Okay, just a rough what I'm making and I'm explaining here. Okay, try to understand over here. See, if this is my cash account, what would have happened? What would be the entry? Received 25,000 from Mr. Jay. So what would be my entry? Cash account debit to Mr. Jay account. So in the cash account over here on the debit side, what would I have written on the 30th of April 19 to Mr. Jay's account? Guys, okay, how much? 25,000. Here I wrote on the debit side, cash account debit side to Mr. J. So Mr. J's account credit side I will write by cash, right? That is what you all need to understand. This we won't be making here in. Okay, one more thing we know that in the particular account, if it is a cash account, can we write cash account on the debit side or the credit side? No. Same way over here in J's account, can we write by J's account? No. We have to write by cash account. Okay, so here it will come by cash account. Okay, so this I'm just erasing. This was just for knowledge purpose. Now next one, let's go ahead here. Now by cash account how much have we received? 25,000. Now we go by the same old concept, what how the way we closed the accounts last time. Start closing the accounts. How will you close the accounts, guys? Oh yeah, see, first we'll leave some space down below, and so let us continue with the blue pen only. Here and here, what we'll do, total on both the sides, which side is higher? Here the total is 20,000 plus 10,000, 30,000. Here the total is 25,000. Which side is higher? 30,000. So what will you write over here? 30,000. Fine. Have you understood till here? Number one, total. Which side is higher? Whichever side is higher, that amount you write below. Okay, so here I wrote 30,000. Number two, after writing 30,000, next step will be which 30,000 over here has come, and here we need certain amount now. This amount will be, how we will be getting this 30,000 minus the amounts over here. In the previous one we had 0, we had nothing over here. Here you have 25,000. So 30,000 minus 25,000 will give you how much? 5,000. Okay. Okay guys, this 5,000. So what will this 5,000 be? What did I say you? When do we close the accounts? Always on the last day of the financial year. The last day of the financial year will be 31st of March 20. Okay, how will you close? Here you will write by balance carried down. Okay, by balance carried down 5,000. This 5,000 of by balance carried down of the last day on the accounting year, and the what will it be on the next day, that is on the 1st of April. Over here we will have on the 1st of April 2020, we will write it as to balance what down. Guys, any doubts? Please take this down. Please note this down. This is a very important example, the basis on which we will be preparing our personal and real accounts. Yeah. For nominal, there is only one change, which I will show you all in the after this one. Okay, we'll go ahead. Okay, so now we will prepare ledgers for. I mean, we will balance the ledgers for nominal accounts. We will balance the ledger for nominal accounts. How we do that, we will now understand. Okay, guys. Okay, let's say in our example, on 30th of April, no, paid salary by cash is 45,000. 31st of July, paid by check. Okay, these are the four transactions. We have paid salaries, certain amount of salaries we have paid. We will be preparing the ledger account for salary. Okay, guys, understand here. Now let us make the ledger account of salary. Salaries, tell me one thing, salary is personal, real or nominal? Very good. Salary is a nominal account. Hmm. Okay, so date particulars amount. Okay, now understand one thing, we won't be writing the journal entries over here. Directly we will start with the ledgers. Okay, so 30th of April, over here we will first start with the first this entry, paid salary by cash. They have clearly mentioned cash, paid salary by cash rupees 45,000. What is the entry, what will be the transaction over here? What are the two accounts, salary and cash? Salary debt, salary is a nominal account, so debit all expenses and losses, credit all gains and income. So salary is an expenditure for us, so we will debit salary. Okay, this is my salary account. Okay, so salary account debit, and what we have paid, cash. So what will be the entry, salary account debit to cash account. Salary account debit we'll have here on the 30th April 19 to cash account 45. Read the next one. 31st of July 19, paid salary by check rupees 55,000. Nothing, same over here also, salary account debit to bank account. Okay, 31st of July 19 to bank account. Why bank account? Because check is issued. So check will, where it will go? obviously into the bank account. Okay. Next, again, 31st of December, paid salary by cash rupees 25,000. So 31st of December 19 to cash account 25,000. And the last 31st of March 20, paid salary by tech rupees 85,000. So 31st of March 20 to bank account 85,000. Okay, these are the four transactions. Now we will balance this account. If I want to balance this account, what is rule number one? We will total over here. Okay, here also. Okay, after this, next step is what? Total up. So this total comes to how much? 2,10,000. Okay, correct, guys? Next, what is the next step over here? What we have to do next? After the total, which side was higher? This side was higher. So we wrote the total of 2,10,000 on both the sides. After this, 2,10,000 minus the total of this side. What is the total of this side? 0. So 2,10,000 minus 0 will give me 2,10,000. Now, it's the only small change over here what you'll have to do. Here, when you'll write the last amount, what you'll have to do over here is, firstly, when this transaction will be on the last day of the financial year, 31st of March 20. Here, normally, what do we write? Buy balance carried down. Correct, guys? Always remember one thing. Whenever it is a nominal account, whenever it is a nominal account, you will always and always close with profit and loss account. Why profit and loss account? I will explain you all completely when we go ahead to the next chapter of financial statements. So until then, please remember only one thing. Whenever we close the nominal accounts, we will write by profit and loss account or to profit and loss account. We will not write by balance carried down and to balance brought down. Never. For the nominal accounts, those accounts will always be closed and transferred to profit and loss account, and they will not be carried forward to the next financial year. Why this? Why this kind of a treatment over here? I will explain you all thoroughly whenever we will be doing financial statements. But until then, please remember this statement. Okay? Here, so you will write by profit and loss account. Guys, any doubt? It's okay. Even if this is drawn on the last line, completely fine. You need not leave any line down below over here. That's completely okay. Not necessary to leave a line here because we will not be having anything carried down, right? So this can be on the last line. Any doubts you'll have for this? Can I go ahead? Okay, cool.